Booyah! You guys already know what it is. You're jamming with the G. My name's Jamil. I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different than the videos I've been making over the past few weeks. I know I've been making a lot of lifestyle videos, kind of show you what the lifestyle is like in other parts of the world. But today I want to focus more on kind of like the steps that you can take to actually build a lifestyle business that allows you to actually be able to travel, see the world, do the things that you want to do without being caged to a desk or any type of job that you're doing at home. A lot of people ask me about this, Jimmy, how are you able to travel the world? How are you able to go to these places? Are you a Nigerian prince? Considering I'm Nigerian, did you win the lottery? Did you do, like what's going on, bro? Like I want to be able to do this. I just don't know how I could afford it. So today I'm going to kind of give you like some background onto how you could actually make that transition to be able to actually have a lifestyle business that allows you to do the things that you love to do, but again, without being chained to your desk job. All right. So first and foremost, before I get into it, let me just like clarify what a lifestyle business is and what it isn't, because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions around what a lifestyle business is all about. For one, let me tell you what a lifestyle business is first and foremost. All right, a lifestyle business is not necessarily going to be easier than your day job. Okay, realistically, to be very honest with you, a day job is probably easier for most people than it is to build a lifestyle business. Reason being, your day job is very consistent, right? I know if I show my ass up at work from Monday to Friday, 2 weeks down the line, I'm gonna get that check in the mail, and if I do that every single week, I'm gonna keep getting that check, so I can make my rent, I can make my, I can pick my car payments, I can pay for daycare, I can do all of that. That check is gonna come as long as I stick to those the qualifications that I set with that job. So that is very simple, right? People can do that. We can wake up in the morning, we can wake up at 8 o'clock, we can go to work, we can do a thing, we can leave at 6, we go home. That's consistent. For the majority of human beings out there, I ain't gonna lie, it is easier to have a normal job, right? But if you're watching this channel, you're probably not interested in living a normal life where you're just gonna buy a house, chill here, do that, kids, whatever. Maybe you wanna, maybe like you're 24 years old, 25 years old, you just graduated from college or something, and you want to travel the world. You don't want to go the traditional route. You don't want to go work at a company, right? You're seeing all of these fitness influencers. You're seeing all of these YouTubers, Instagrammers, fucking taking pictures with margaritas and all this shit, and you're thinking, damn, bro, like I want that. I want that for myself, man. What the hell I'm doing in this stuffy office when I could be on a beach sipping and drinking margaritas and making money? People think like that's what a lifestyle business is all about. Now I'm not gonna lie, there is certain situations where you could maybe pull that off, but the majority of the time when you're running a lifestyle business, you're not sitting around sipping margaritas and hoping that money's gonna come into your bank account. You gotta be working, you gotta be grinding, right? Because there's no check coming in 2 weeks if you don't put in the work. So to some degree, it could be very stressful. It's not the most relaxing path. There's a lot of times where you don't know where your next meal is gonna come from because that's just the nature of the business. But that all comes with the game. The good news about that is the grind in the beginning is always gonna be ruthless. You're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to build that momentum. But the good news is when you get to the point where you could actually start making residual money and residual income, it gets a lot better. And I'm gonna tell you a bit more about that later on in this video. So basically, a lifestyle business is something that allows you to be alone. It allows you to have the freedom and flexibility to work from where you wanna work from. And most of the time it's wrapped and built around a skill or some type of service or offering that you can bring to the marketplace that people are willing to pay you for, right? So a lot of business, a lifestyle business is leveraging your connections, leveraging the skills and strengths that you have, and being able to put it all into a package that makes sense for somebody else looking in from the outside and willing to pay for your service, right? So let's jump into like what are the biggest advantages of what a lifestyle business is all about, and how you can actually go about taking the first steps towards creating your lifestyle business. All right. Number one, there was a book by Tim Ferriss called The 4 Hour Work Week. Most entrepreneurs have read that book. I think it was one of the main books that really got me on this path. And in the book, he talks about a concept called geo arbitrage. Crazy. Now, let me. It's not that crazy, guys. Let me kind of explain to you what geo arbitrage is. Hope y'all can hear it. It's a little loud outside. But essentially, what geo arbitrage is basically, if you, let's say you make like $100,000 a year, right, and you're making that in the United States, right? Most likely you're going to get taxed about 30-40%. So depending on what state you're at, you might be at like 70K. Let's say you got 70K out of 100K you made, right? And then to live in the United States, whatever city you are at, let's say it costs you another $12,000 a year. So now you're down to about $6,000 a year, $60,000 in a year, right? Then we talk about your car expenses. Your car costs you another like, I don't know, 5-10K. So then we're down to like 50K, right? And then we talk about, oh, you got to buy food. Maybe you have daycare. So by the time you're done that 100K, maybe if you're really lucky, you're very good at saving, you're going to be able to bank about 30 to 40,000 of that $100,000, right? Now, for example, let's say you live in a country like Thailand, and instead of making $100,000 a year, let's say you made actually $60,000 a year, right? But in Thailand, it only costs you $15,000 a year for your crib, your house, your car, your rental, everything like that. So that means at the end of the year, you bank are actually $45,000 a year. So that means over the course of that year, by you living in Thailand, although you made less money, you actually save more money at the end of the year. And I guarantee you, you probably had a higher quality of life, because when you have money in these countries, you live a higher quality of life than just an average person in the United States. So this is one of the big benefits of having a lifestyle business, because you're able to live more affordably and live a higher quality of life while being able to save a little bit more money at the end of the year. Now, obviously, if you put in the work, you can, $6,000 a year, that's people, you can make that in a month. There are people running lifestyle business making $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. I'm not saying that's for everybody, and I'm gonna explain to you why a little bit later on in the video. But at the same time, if you think about it logically, you could actually save more money by living somewhere else and live a higher quality of life. That's kind of what this concept of geo arbitrage is that he breaks down in this video, in the book, 4-Hour Work Week. That's one of the big benefits of actually living outside the United States and Canada, being able to really maximize like the money that you make, right? That's the big thing. Right, what else do we got for being in a lifestyle business? Another key is just to have freedom, man. Like, I remember when I first got out of school, I got a job working for like this travel company, and I was thinking like, man, this shit is gonna be the motherfucking shit, man. I done really finesse with this, man. They gonna pay me to travel across the world and just not do shit. I was like, yo, these guys is tripping, bro. They must not know what to do with money. So I mean, that was the dream that they sold me, right? But when I actually started the job, I remember my first day, they walked me into like this office building, and then they put me in this seat, and I'm like, I'm hella claustrophobic, bro. I don't like tight areas. I don't like being like caged and shit. Like I don't like that shit, bro. Naturally, I just never liked that. So they put me in like this little 2x2 box with like the next dude and the next girl right next to me, and I'm like, when do I get to travel? But it was a bad experience, man. And I realized then that like that type of life is not really for me. It doesn't matter if they pay me $300,000 a year, 4 or 5, even $1 million a year. It's just not for me. I'm not the type of dude without ever trade like my happiness to things that make me happy for money, because I realize the value of money, and I realize the value of my life, the value of my time. So that wasn't a path for me. But I see a lot of people, especially my age, they're graduating from school, and they're in that position where they're doing things that they don't want to do. They're in situations they don't want to be in because they feel like they have to do it to get to the next stage in life. I'm telling you, y'all, this is 2020. Anybody can make a business, bro. You don't even need to have any. All you gotta do is have some skill, some grind, some passion, and some work ethic, and you can create an incredible business and not have to be caged to what this person says or that person says. All of that shit's in the past, man. Give that up We're not living in the Stone Age no more. We're not living in the industrial age no more. This is 2020. It's the information age, right? It's the age where you could take the knowledge that you have and you can create something out of it, and you can push it across the whole entire world. I do it with fitness. I do it with business coaching, but it didn't always start like that, right? I had to start from somewhere. So that's what. Let's get into the actual nitty-gritty of how you can actually start a lifestyle business. What the first few steps are that you have to take in order to actually start that business. Number one, you have to have an idea. You have to have an idea. Now, where does ideas come from? Ideas come from our strength, our skills, our experience in life, our connections, right? You don't have to be the best at something for you to start a business. You just have to be a few chapters ahead of the next person. What do I mean by that? If you are, let's say you want to start a business teaching somebody how to be a personal trainer, or you want to start a business as a trainer, teach somebody how to get fit. You don't have to know 1,000 goddamn moves on how to get fit. You don't have to know how to do a bench press 6,000 different ways. You just got to know how to do a bench press better, a few steps ahead of the person that you're coaching, right? If I'm reading a book and I'm trying to get the knowledge at the end of the book, you don't gotta, if you want to teach me about the book, you just have to be a few chapters in front of me in order to teach me how to get to the end of the book, right? So most of you have skills, man. You watching this video, you probably have some type of skill. Probably you went to school, you did something, you were hustling, like you have some type of skill that you can take and you can create something out of it, some type of offer, some program that gives somebody, right? You know, and we take for granted. When we're human beings, you know, we take for granted the things that we have that we're good at, right? We do that all the time. Oh, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at. We always focus on the things that we're not good at, right? I'm not good at that. I suck at this. I can't do public speaking. I can't do sales. I can't do that. I can't message people. But we never sit around and really take an account of our strengths, right? And your strength is what's gonna get you to your goal. You can outsource the shit that you're not good at, right? I might not be good at sales. I could find somebody that's good at sales. I might not be good at accounting. I could find somebody who's good at accounting. But you're damn right, I'm good at coaching. I could show somebody how to go from where he's at right now to where he wants to be in the most efficient way possible. I can do that. That's a skill. So I could build my strength on that skill, and I could find other people that can help me and support me and get me to my goal, right? So don't think about what you don't have right now. Focus on your strengths. Take a little notepad like this guy here, and just do the 5-minute drill, guys. Like put a timer on for 5 minutes, and for 5 minutes nonstop, just write down what you're good at, man. Write down what your strengths are. Write down what you can offer the world. Write down what you would pay somebody, what you would pay somebody for that you can teach them. You get me? What would I pay you? What can I pay you that you can teach me that would be beneficial to my life, right? Do that for 5 minutes. Write down 10 of them, whatever, and then out of those 10, pick the one thing that you feel that you are most passionate about. Reason being, because one thing that we know about having a lifestyle business, that shit ain't gonna be easy, bro. You're gonna get to a point sometimes where you just wanna quit and go back to your normal job, where you had a normal steady paycheck and a normal life. But when you have a passion for something, when you can see the passion and how it affects other people, that gives you the motivation to keep moving forward, right? So that's why it's really important to be passionate about it. People build businesses where they're not passionate about it. That obviously people have made millions doing that, but it's a little easier for you guys, I'm telling you, at least in your first goal, to find something you're passionate about, because it's gonna help you get past those humps when you don't feel like putting in the work. And that's gonna happen, especially when you're traveling. You're here traveling, you're seeing different places in the world, you're meeting new people are telling you come do this, come do that. You really do have to have that discipline, and that comes from having that passion to actually go and do this. Even me making these videos, man, I make these videos because I'm passionate about helping people see this world, and I'm passionate about helping people be able to see life from a different perspective, man. Like a lot of people that they're living in somebody else's vision. They're living somebody else's life. They're not living their own life, and that's scary for me. I don't want to die in this. I don't want to die and have to feel like I lived somebody else's life, or I did something else for somebody else and not myself. If I'm gonna die, at least let me die on my own goddamn terms, not somebody else's terms. You hear me? So that's the one. That's the thing, yo. Find your strengths, and after you find your strength, The next step that you have to do is you have to validate what you're offering, right? You have to validate it. You have to validate that offer. So with my strength is I'm gonna help 20 or 25-year-old men get in the absolute best shape of their life. How can I go about and validate that offer? It's very simple. I find somebody that I know or some people around me that need that service. They need that service. And this is when you offer people that, okay, for 2-3 weeks, for a month, I'm gonna help you. And at the end of that month, you're gonna give me a testimonial, and I could use that testimonial for my business, right? So that way you get to actually validate if your offer is gonna work, you validate if the person is gonna pay for it, and you're actually gonna build that skill set that's gonna allow you over the long run to have some credibility. So when you actually launch your offer, you're not just gonna be the only person who believes in it, right? You're gonna have credibility from other people around you, right? What I did my first time, when I first got into personal training, I didn't really have a certificate. When I got it along the line, but what I did, I just found my friends and my family members that I could help, and I helped them for like a month. And a lot of them actually became a client after that, because you got to understand, like, when you help somebody, it's like a rule of psychology. When you help somebody, they're more inclined to want to help you back, right? For example, like, if there was a dude that did a test in a book where, like, a bunch of people, like, they were standing in line, and then the one dude, he let the one guy cut in front of him, and guess what? A little bit later down in the line, that next guy needed something from him. When you do something for me, I'm more inclined to want to help you back. So you got to use that law of reciprocity in your first go at the business, right? And that's going to be the first step in validating your offer, right? So when you have an offer, you have an idea, you have an offer, you know this can make you money, you got to start building an audience. Now, people think building an audience is crazy. Oh, I got to make a bunch of YouTube videos, I got to write all these blogs, I got to go speeches, it ain't that difficult, y'all. You just got to utilize the mediums that you have around you. Right now, you're on your phone probably watching this. Right now, you're on your phone on Instagram. You're on Facebook. Why? If you're going to use Instagram and Facebook, you might as well use it to make some goddamn money. You might as well use it to make some money. Stop being a consumer, bro. You gotta be a producer, right? Your goal should be, when you have a business, your goal should be producing as much, if not more, content than what you're consuming. That's how you build an audience, right? And that's how you build an audience. And anybody can do that. Anybody can take their phone like I'm doing right now, push the button, and boom, make a video. Talk about yourself, market yourself, sell yourself. And now you gonna watch this video and you gonna think, oh shit, damn, this dude Jamil is right. I could probably start a lifestyle business, right? And that's the first step, right? Right now, you're listening to me. I'm building my audience, because, like I said, I help people go from no idea to their first 6-figure, 10-figure, 10K. But it starts with me making these videos, right? So just as you're consuming this content, is the same exact way that somebody can come across what you're doing and become that audience. And then, like I said, you got to keep on. You got to give and give and give and give and give before you can receive. That's why I love business, right? Because you can't receive unless you give. So to build an audience, you really have to be very adamant on giving back and giving and helping people, right? Helping people grow, and they're gonna give back to you a little bit down the line. So you can hit up Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know about Twitter. It's possible, but mainly Facebook and Instagram as the main keys for building an audience. TikTok. Find one medium, right? LinkedIn. Find one medium that you're good at, like you know that you understand it, and just go all in, guys. Whether that be Facebook, making posts, commenting, messaging people, LinkedIn, making posts, commenting, messaging people, but you gotta grind. The first few bits of stuff, bro, there's gonna be some grind, bro. You have to grind before you could actually pick up some steam, right? So that's the first step. And then the last and final thing in terms of starting your business is you have to know, obviously, how to sell and market your business. That's part of building an audience, is knowing how to sell and market your audience. And the biggest part about that is you have to know who your audience is, right? So you can't just go on Facebook and message every fucking person on the app. There's too many people. There's 2 billion people on Facebook. So you can't go and try to message 2 billion people on Facebook. You gotta know in specific the person that you're talking to. This is why we build an avatar. Now, what is an avatar? Ain't no big blue character like that movie, The Avatar, right? The avatar, in business, your avatar is that specific person that you're talking to, right? You know what I'm saying? My avatar is the person that I know I can help. I'm not gonna go and help I'm not gonna go help a guy that's just as ripped as me. Tell him, yo, I can help you get more ripped. That doesn't make any sense because that's not my audience. He's already ripped. The hell I'm trying to help him for? I'm not gonna go talk to that dude. I'm gonna talk to the person I know needs help. Maybe I'm gonna talk to like the dad of 4 kids who at the end of the day at work doesn't have enough time to go and work out, right? That's my audience, right? I know that's what he's going through. I know that he comes home at 6 p.m. and he's tired as shit from work. He probably gets a coffee on the way home from work because he needs that little bit of energy to stay with his kids and, you know, deal with his life. I know that because that's my audience. I know, like, you have to interrupt the conversation your audience is having in their minds, right? That's how you really start to build an audience and build understanding and build a market, right? You got to be able to interrupt the conversation I'm having in my head, right? For example, you watching this YouTube video, you're probably thinking like, shit, I want to travel so bad, man, but you know, I don't have any time off work anymore. I gave up the last bit of my time. In January, I went to Vegas or something, or I went on a cruise or whatever, and I don't got no more time, so I can't travel no more for work. So I'm living through these videos, right? Maybe that's what you're thinking. You're watching this channel. I wonder how I could create a business that allows me to go about and actually start to do that, right? These are the thoughts that you're having. So you have to be able to get in between those thoughts. That's why one of the best ways to start a business is you think about it. How can I help a person than I was last year, right? For example, in my case, I was 16, 17. I was sticking bones, bro. Like you could break me with a goddamn toothpick, probably. I had a lot of insecurities about that, right? And so maybe the guy 5 years ago, I'm trying to help him out, right? Because I know better than anybody what he was going through because I went through that already. So that's one of the caveats of starting online business. Finding an idea, you got to think about who was that person I was before I learned this skill, before I got this strength. What was he going through? Write that shit down, because that message is gonna be the core pillar of why people want to work with you, right? It's not just about having people think it's about having like, oh, I got to get a degree, I got to get this, I got to get that. It's not always about that, guys. It's just about liking the person and trusting the person and knowing that this person can help me get to my destination. I trust that this person knows he's been through what I've been through and he can get me where I want to get to. That's one of the keys, right? So it's not about having all the accolades, right? It's just having an understanding of what the person's going through, having an understanding that you can help that person, and being able to put together the information and what they need in a way that's sizable and packageable, and helping them along that journey. That's what a business is all about, right? And I'm mainly talking about coaching because that's what I do. But you know, you can start a lifestyle business from anything, guys. I had a buddy of mine, Shane, who's actually on this channel. He sells car parts online, right? So he has a guy that goes to the auction or like the junkyard. He picks off the parts and he has it lined up in his garage. And Shane be traveling the world, and whenever he gets a sale on the internet, boom, money in the bank, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't take nothing. I just took a little bit of ingenuity and a little bit of creativity and a little bit of work ethic, right? So that's the first step, guys. You got to have an idea. You got to validate that idea. You have to be able to build an audience. And a big part of building an audience is very simply just being able to interrupt the conversation a person's having in their mind and becoming that like and trusted person for them to help them get to their destination, right? This is the first portion of this video. I'm going to make a lot more about these type of videos and how you could actually start a business, and more details, like how can you even go on Facebook and actually start commenting and running ads, and how can you start posting and having conversations with people that attract them to you, right? So you can build that business and be able to start traveling the world and having a bit of freedom in your life. Because I mean, guys, we all gonna die, homie. That's one thing I know for sure. I'm gonna die just like you gonna die. So I'd rather die doing the things that I want to do, because that just makes life a whole lot sweeter, man. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch y'all on the flip.